Hey, welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. We are right here near Eddyville, Kentucky, and today we're going home. It is Saturday morning. We just got like 2.5 hours left to drive to get us down to home base, and we'll park up the truck and we'll leave this thing for a delivery on Monday morning at 7 a.m. So what I'm going to do today on this video, we'll talk a little bit on the way down there, but when we get to the yard, I'll break down the numbers on this run. Even though I won't be delivering it till Monday, I'll go ahead and just figure what the miles will be on Monday, because I know where I'm delivering. Obviously, I know where I'm delivering from, so I'll be able to estimate my mileage within 5 miles or so. So that's as legit of numbers as you guys need. Actually, you guys don't even need the numbers. I just like to give them to you guys. Part of it is for accountability for myself, just like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I gotta work my butt off to keep the wolves at bay on YouTube. No, but also I do like to show kind of what the market's doing right now. I know that it helped me when guys on YouTube would share their numbers when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to come out on my own authority. So I share my numbers for educational purposes only, definitely not to brag. I don't know if you guys have watched any of my weekly recaps in the last like 6 months. I'm not bragging. There's nothing to write home about on these weekly recaps, but I definitely like to just share the numbers out there, and you guys do with that information what you will. Yeah, as a newer authority, a year and a half now, pretty much 18 months, I think. If I'm doing my math right, 18 months, and the market kind of doing what it's doing. It's an interesting time to be an owner operator on your own authority, and so I'm just gonna keep vlogging, kind of allowing you guys to see what's going on with me, and it is what it is, right? This market is this market. I don't control any of the market dynamics that are going on in the world. I can control what this truck does, and so that's what we got to focus on. And so anyway, that's what we did this week. We went up to the Midwest and all that, so we'll break down all the numbers at the end of this video. Until then, we gotta get rolling. Roll the music. So last night we got into this truck stop at about 8 p.m. and that's as late as you want to be rolling into any truck stop, even ones out here in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. They get full up, man. They get full up by I went and got dinner. By the time I got back from dinner, there was people squeezing into spots that weren't spots, and there was I'd say by about 9:30 it was full, and people started making their own spots. Actually, this morning, if the guy next to me hadn't left first, I would have had to do some interesting maneuvering to get out of my spot, because I'm having to roll my tandem slid really far back because this load is heavy, and it's a little tail heavy. So my tandems are slid pretty far back, and yeah, it would have been interesting for me with the amount of off tracking that I have with my tandem slid that far back. It would have been pretty interesting to get out of there, but as it was, the guy next to me had already woken up and left, so I was able to go ahead and just use his space for my off tracking, and didn't have to worry about anyone's bumpers, so it worked out fine. If it was really tight, I would have recorded it for you guys. I would have complained and said, look at this guy blocking the whole thing, making it hard for people to get out. I might have to wake this guy up, tell him to move. But none of that happened, so I just went and I put a little fuel in the truck, just a little bit. And then, because we got a half tank already. So, whoa. All these dudes are out here fishing. It's like, I wonder if it's like a fishing tournament or something. They got all these guys right at sunrise, and they're all right there, like probably all 20 yards apart from each other, all in the same area, with all their little green and red lights on, sitting in the water. Anyway, all right. Yeah, what was I saying before that? I don't know. There was just so many boats on the water this early in the morning. I've heard Paducah is known for its fishing, so I completely forgot what I was saying. I'm sure it wasn't important. I'm sure. Oh, the fuel. That's right. Yeah, I already had a half tank, so I just put a little bit in. Mainly, I just wanted to really top off my reefer because I'm holding this load over the weekend, and I don't want to have to move the truck to put more fuel in it over the weekend. I'd like to just check on the truck, check on the reefer unit, make sure it's still running on Sunday. But I don't want to have to move the truck to go put more fuel in the reefer. Alright, we'll keep on getting down the road. And looks like we might have some rain up here, so that should be fun. And yeah, man, just got a little over a couple hours of driving, and we'll be home. Here. We went through Nashville. I don't know, did I share with you guys when me and Jessica did a night in Nashville? I don't remember if I shared with you guys, but I got a couple pictures. We stayed in a hotel. It was fun. I don't know if I'm just getting a little older, or I think I've always kind of been this way. Like, I don't like cities that much. Like, I used to like them when I was a kid, because I grew up in a rural area, and so cities seemed like the coolest places to be, because, you know, all the movies were based in cities, and all the big buildings and all that kind of stuff. All the sports teams are based in big cities, but the older I get, the more I'm like, hey, I don't like being around a lot of people, and so going to a place like Nashville, it was cool. We went and we just had dinner, and then we decided, since we already had a babysitter, well, my mother-in-law, she's not really a babysitter, she's, you know, my mother-in-law, but she was already planning to just stay the night, since we live kind of out, you know, in the country. She just figured she'd stay the night and then she'd drive home in the morning. So then we just thought, well, if she's already gonna stay the night, maybe we'll just stay the night in Nashville. And so we spent the night in Nashville. But yeah, so we walked around Broadway, and I'll be honest, man, not my scene. Not my scene at all. Really strange. So yeah, I mean, Nash Vegas, I'm not really into it, man. Not really into it, but I feel like if we had gone during the day, maybe it would be a little better. You know, I definitely love music, and so all of the stuff about the music industry, country music. I don't love modern country music, but I like older country, and I like history. So I like music and I like history. So obviously Nashville is, you know, full of music history. So I would enjoy probably the museum, the Country Music Museum, and all of that kind of stuff. Maybe even the Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, I've never done all that. We just went for dinner and that was it. But yeah, so anyway, so I drove through Nashville this morning, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't think I even bothered to share that stuff with you guys, but it was a good time. And watch out, Prius is racing. Came around that corner hot. Yeah, we're gonna go into this pay to park lot that's locked up and has cameras, so slightly more secure. This is where I park the truck when I have a load on the truck, because I don't want the reefer running over there at the place I normally park, because there are neighbors close by to that yard, so I don't want to have the reefer running all night long and bothering people. So I come down here and put it in a locked yard, and yeah, I gotta pay for it, but on the weekends it's $15 a day. It's really not that much. So Jessica and Gus are gonna be here in about 5 minutes to pick me up, and so I'm just gonna pull into this. I would have liked to have swung that a little wider, but because I'm off tracking so much, but that truck parked there makes those other guys have to go around him. Anyway, so Jessica will be here right now, and then we still have to break down the numbers. So let me get over here and get parked, and then we'll break down the numbers. All right, get in here and get parked up. One of the more common questions I get is what I use to record, and 99% of my footage is recorded on my Samsung Galaxy phone. A lot of people wonder how I get the forward-facing and rear-facing cameras to both record at the same time, and it's just a setting that's on the Samsung Galaxy. It's just a setting that they have to, you know, use both forward-facing and rear-facing cameras at the same time. It's like called the dual record mode or something like that. So yeah, that's how I do that, and that's a little rougher than I like. Let's see. I'm telling you, having my tandem slid all the way back just creates such difficult angles. I'm not great at backing up anyway. You slide my tandems this far back, and it's like, man, I needed to have even more room than what I normally need. Oh yeah, all right. I really wish I could back up further, but they got that little block there because my nose is sticking out a little further than I'd like it to. But yeah, out where I gotta put it. Let's see. Yeah, they got those stupid parking curbs everywhere. All right, that's where we'll leave it. Cool. Oh, and there they are. We just gotta grab all of our stuff and make our way over here. There they are. There they are. There he is. Gussie Bear. Do 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 do. Come on, come. You want me to get in? Come on. Are you? Is that the very hungry caterpillar?
Oh, baby, dropped your bandana.
Oh, shoot. Oh, thank you. All right, let's get in here. All right, so
I'm not sure what's going
there's
on.
something going on over here. There's all kinds of state troopers and
Tow trucks.
tow trucks.
Yep, someone ran into it again. Oh my god.
That's crazy. So, you guys, this happened, like, he's right next to the plywood where they boarded up the entire...
Oh no. Poor Loves.
They just keep getting attacked by rogue vehicles.
Are they going to install bars next?
Yeah, I don't know, but they hit a car. They hit a car next to him. He went up on the curb. Right, so the plywood is where... go for it a little bit. We'll just go around him and I'll record while you do that. So, see the plywood? That's where they had to board up the Loves, where the last car went through the building. And now that red van almost went through the building too. That's crazy. I can't believe that. I can't believe that actually is like a real thing that just happened.
You're like, no, that already happened. I'm like, I think it happened again.
Just said, looked like
tell all the way.
she's like, looked like someone drove through the building. I'm like, no, that happened a couple weeks ago. Yeah, no, just right now. Just right now. But all right, we'll get to the numbers when we get to the house. All right, we made it out here, back home. I'm out here by my peach tree. It's not looking too good, but I think it's about that time of year. I don't know. I actually don't know how peach season is. I'm sure you're supposed to harvest them at some point, but anyway, at some point we'll get some peaches out of it. I'm sure. I know it. Anyway, so this week we started out Monday afternoon. We got a load out of Nashville, and yeah, it was like Monday evening by the time we got loaded. So we kind of lost Monday pretty much, if you look at it that way. So running into Saturday isn't a big deal. And then I'm 30 miles from the delivery. It's just down the road. It's a pretty easy run. So all in all, like, even though I'm delivering it Monday morning, I'm going to count this as 1 week. So, and I'm going to do that because I'm in charge. It's my channel and it makes sense to me. So I figured in the miles that it would take for next week to do that, to make that little run on Monday, deliver, and then also to get back to my parking spot. I may get a load, but we'll see how. I don't have a load booked for next week yet. I'm behind the 8 ball on booking loads again, but there's just some stuff that's up in the air. Monday, I have a shop appointment, so I don't know if I'm going to get done Monday afternoon or if I'm going to get done Tuesday. So I've been kind of hesitating to book a load, but nevertheless, yeah. So I'm counting all those miles as as miles for last week. Started Monday afternoon. We started out. We went up to Illinois to Ohio, Ohio to Wisconsin, and then Wisconsin down to Tennessee. All in all, we will. By Monday, we will have done over 2,400 miles, about 2,450 miles. So just an average week. And then the revenue isn't amazing, but it's 7,250. So 7,250, which comes out to $296 per mile. So we just missed that $3 a mile kind of goal that we have, but still profitable and definitely better than the last 2 weeks before that. So we're good. We didn't quite make up for those last 2 weeks though, so we need another good week next week to kind of keep us afloat, keep us on the right path, keep us charging in the right direction. Shoot, the calendar is going to turn to October here pretty soon, and then before you know it, it's going to be November, December, and then January. And January to March is always the slowest time of year, so we will see kind of what happens this winter, especially with all of the dynamics going on in the economy. Not sure what to expect, but I don't think anyone really knows what to expect right now. So I'm not alone in wondering and being on the edge of my seat, but I do know I gotta stay working. So we're gonna get started trying to book next week. I'll see what I can find, and shoot, yeah, this is where we're gonna cut the video off. And yeah, love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next load. I don't know why I do that. It's like a nervous twitch when I record that I look over my shoulder. Like there's nothing there. I'm literally, it's like a field. And then like a bird came up and flew and landed on the barbed wire fence. But like, do I have to look over my shoulder at a little bird every 10 seconds? I don't know why I do it. I do it in the truck and there's nothing, I'm in my truck. And it's always to the left. I don't know why I do it. So weird. Record yourself sometime and find out what weird things you do, because you do weird things too. I promise. You have weird things. And we'll close out the video with this. Carpenter bees. They go up into the holes there, and then there's a hole drilled down in the middle and drops down into this glass jar, and then they die. So we got a couple of them in there. I guess in the springtime is when they're everywhere, and you gotta really like I'll probably have to empty this this jar by the springtime, because they'll just go in there and die, and otherwise they get into your wood, and they'll get in my pergola over here and stuff, and they'll they'll cause problems. They burrow in and lay their eggs and damage the wood. So I got this little doohickey to help handle the problem. All right. I love my little rock wall too. Like, feels like I'm like in some Civil War era time. It's pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, all right.